we're cleaning out the fridge
Oh, man.
for a special leftovers competition.
Hold its shape. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Who will make memorable dishes from forgotten food,
Come on, finish, finish.
and who will beat shots. And you must use leftover turkey meatloaf, leftover kimchi, leftover naan, and leftover baked ziti. Clock is set at 20 minutes. Time starts now.
I'm beyond delighted that this is a leftover theme. My mom raised me that there's never any challenge that life throws that you can't do. I'm gonna make a turkey meatloaf baked ziti tom yum soup. Tom yum soup is a coconut Thai soup. I immigrated from Vietnam in 1975. My memories of leaving was just the fireworks. I didn't realize those were actually like bombs going off, you know? Anyway, I was raised in a foodie family. My mother awoken in me a passion for cooking Asian cuisine, and there you go.
I am shocked, appalled, and disgusted. What I'm used to working with is fresh, local ingredients, and the worst thing about leftovers is you don't know how long they've been there or who made them. The turkey meatloaf is really dry. I need to incorporate some moisture. I decided to make a crispy spice meatloaf with a naan puree. I don't want to worry about my competitors yet, but Chris is calm and composed. I'm thinking that he might be the biggest competition here.
Never eat leftovers. Leftovers suck. When I was in the Marines, there wasn't leftovers. You ate everything that you got because we worked hard. But I absolutely have confidence in myself. I'm not intimidated to cook against anybody. I'm gonna make a spiced turkey meatloaf flatbread with a frisee salad and a kimchi vinaigrette. I'm trying to mask all the flavors of all these leftover ingredients.
This is definitely a doable basket. I'm looking to make a warm spinach salad with pan-fried turkey meatloaf and naan and kimchi dressing. I've paid my dues. I've been in this business a long time. I feel that the quality of my food is far superior than a lot of other people getting recognition. Yes, I came here to win because people should know who I am.
All right, so, judges, what do you think about the potential for these leftovers?
This is a tough one, actually.
I think this is a really honest representation of what would be in someone's fridge. If you had leftover Italian takeout, if you had Indian food, you would have this sort of hodgepodge of different cultural leftovers in your fridge together.
I grew up eating leftovers, but I've never really transformed leftover baked ziti. I'm gonna try to make something crispy with it, so I deep fry it.
Growing up, I've had way too much baked ziti, so I hate leftover baked ziti. I add the ziti to the naan puree as a thickener. I want to hide the ziti because it's gross. But this is actually pretty good kimchi. I get it going in a pan. I'm adding ginger. I add some fresh Napa cabbage because it'll be crispy, it's fresh.
10 minutes left on the clock.
So kimchi is a Korean staple. It's usually made with cabbage, with chili and garlic. It's left to ferment sometimes underground.
One of the reasons they bury it underground is because it has a very strong smell.
I'm making a kimchi and naan pancake that I've had in a million different Korean restaurants, but I've never, ever had it with a tom yum baked ziti turkey meatloaf soup. I'm tasting my tom yum and I think, you need some ginger. Ginger? There's no ginger in there. So I look at Michael's table and I see the ginger on there. Ginger?
Take all of it.
I take it, chop it all up, and I throw it in the soup.
Meatloaf, I just decided I'm gonna brown it in a pan, try and get more flavor out of it. And I wanna make the pasta a topping of the flatbread. At this point, I'm just hoping that the flatbread doesn't become ridiculously dry.
All right, folks, 5 minutes remaining.
At this point, I have a lot of things going on. I'm working with the meatloaf, and I start to slice some onions. All of a sudden, I proceed to cut myself.
How Kyle seems to have cut himself very badly.
This seems all right. And I start to use my knife and my glove bursts on the cutting board.
Oh. Hate to see that.
That's the kind of thing that's gonna rattle your cage.
I'm not a chef that cuts myself. This is extremely bad. This is my worst nightmare on top of my worst nightmare.
Kyle seems to have bled on the station.
What am I gonna do? I really messed this up.
That is such a setback.
Don't be discouraged.
I almost give up, but part of this business is overcoming adversity. I just change my board and keep on going.
Is the food okay?
No, he's cool. He removed the board. He's fine.
I don't want to win under the pretense that somebody got injured. But at this point, Kyle is looking okay. This meatloaf, it needs to be encased in something and kind of revived. I go for panko breadcrumbs because I know it's going to add some texture.
All right, folks, 2 minutes left.
I am feeling completely in my zone. This appetizer, the tom yum soup with the kimchi pancake, I don't think this is anything that my competitors could do.
I'm gonna make a salad to go on top of the flatbread. I want fresh cilantro, scallions, arugula, frisee. I think knowing that it's leftovers, you have to kind of play it safe, not try and go too crazy.
And 1 minute on the clock, chefs.
I am rattled and unfocused. Oh, God. I'm embarrassed about cutting myself, and I'm running out of time.
30 seconds.
I'm hurrying to get everything onto my plate.
It is you against the clock, chefs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Please step back.
I look down at the plate. It's presented well. I hope it tastes good.
I look at Chris's dish and I think, wow, he didn't transform that naan at all. So I think I got this. I think I got this.
Chefs, following the first round of our leftovers competition, you have arrived at the chopping block. Your appetizers had to be made from leftover turkey meatloaf, leftover kimchi, leftover baked ziti, and leftover naan. Chef Chris.
Chefs, today I made for you a spiced turkey meatloaf and baked ziti flatbread with a cilantro, scallion, and frisee salad on top, and a kimchi vinaigrette.
I think you really showed your finesse in the way you put the salad together. It is beautiful.
Really beautiful. It's a good appetizer.
I like what you did with the kimchi a lot.
For me, I think what could have been executed a little bit better was the naan. Because it's leftover, it's a little difficult to get through with my knife.
Why did you decide to subject yourself to this competition?
A couple reasons. One, I like competition. I like to see where I stand against people. And two, I spent 4.5 years in the Marine Corps before I went to culinary school. You know, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a police officer or a fireman, but it seems like a lot of guys go into that because they don't feel like they can do anything else. Being on a show like this, it shows guys that there's more out there afterwards.
Chef Chris, thank you. Next up, Chef Connie.
I made a turkey meatloaf and baked ziti tom yum soup with the kimchi naan pancake.
Hats off to you for just a brilliant conceptualization of these ingredients.
Thank you.
I think for me, I would like a little more kimchi. I'd like a little more heat.
This little cake that you made is beautiful because it sort of anchors the soup.
My issue is the size of your cake and the meatloaf. If I wanted to have a composed bite of everything, it's difficult because it's so large.
Connie, did you come here to win?
I sure did. I wanted to raise some funds for going towards a real brick and mortar of a Beb kitchen. I want to open in the name of my mom and in the memory of my brother. And that's why I'm here.
Chef Connie, thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, Chef Mike.
So for you guys today, I have a crispy spiced meatloaf with a kimchi braised Napa cabbage and then a naan puree.
And the ziti?
Is used in the naan puree as a sort of thickener.
Because a non-ziti puree is perfectly logical, right?
Right?
I kind of wish the puree would go away. The flavors, they were a little confusing to sort out.
I was just trying to show you something different.
I think by frying the meatloaf, this is fantastic. And I think this idea of taking fresh cabbage and mixing it with the kimchi is brilliant.
Thank you.
Finally, Chef Kyle.
I prepared for you a warm spinach salad with a kimchi and naan bread dressing and ziti croutons.
So, dude, what happened?
I cut myself. Nightmare and disappointment. It's definitely not a reflection of my restaurant or what we do.
I like your composition a lot. I really like the spinach. I feel like you wanted to do something fresh to break up all the leftovers.
And I like the fried ziti. I think that's really smart.
I feel like you got rocked a little bit when you got cut.
Yeah.
I'd have big clumps of salt.
Yeah.
You cut your finger, but you still have eyes, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
All right, chefs, let's give the judges a few minutes to talk. Thanks.
What do you guys think?
I played it too safe.
It was rough.
But the funny thing is that all my guys in the restaurant, they made a fantasy pool of what you were gonna do. If I was gonna cut myself, burn myself, fall.
Who got the first round? Who won the first
I don't
round?
know. I'm sure I'll find out.
Oh, that's too good.
I thought creativity and transformation were going to be the key to success in this first course, and some chefs did better than others. Connie, this idea of doing a soup and bringing some of her Vietnamese heritage to the plate was smart.
She had this great creative idea, but everything was so big in that soup. It's a nuanced thing, but it affected her dish.
I thought Chris's naan was very dry. He toasted an already leftover product, it seemed like, so he only emphasized how dry it was.
But I thought Chris's plate was the most elegant.
It looked so inviting, but it makes a promise, and I don't know that his dish delivered on that promise.
For me, Kyle's, the worst part was his presentation. But as far as flavor, I thought his sauce was fantastic. He put kimchi and naan together, and it was really well balanced.
Kyle's puree tasted better to me than it might have because we had Mike's pasta naan puree right before.
Mike's puree was very dense, almost like a paste.
I mean, I was struggling to get it off the plate.
But I thought his turkey meatloaf was nice and fried and gave great texture.
Okay, have we kept the chefs waiting long enough?
I think so. We have a decision.
Great.
I think the only person that's safe is Connie. She had a pretty phenomenal dish. And I think the rest of us all have a chance of getting chopped.
I think I did enough to make it to the next round. As far as who could go home, I don't want to point fingers, but Kyle took off his, finger.
Chef Chris, you've been chopped. Judges?
Chef Chris, your presentation was beautiful, but the naan, you didn't really do much with it. So, unfortunately, we have to chop you.
I think I played it safe. I don't feel like I was robbed or anything like that. I mean, it's a fair critique, but I will never eat leftovers again.
And the leftovers you must use in your entree courses. Barbecued ribs, cold, soggy French fries, a single slice of German chocolate cake.
German chocolate cake. Wow.
Big single slice.
Here we go.
And some leftover chili. You'll have 30 minutes on the clock this time, starting now.
I mean, I love barbecue, but smoke tends to dry things out. So I'm gonna have to get some moisture back into that rib. And then I try a bite of my chili and a chocolate cake. It immediately reads as mole to me. So I'm making German chocolate mole braised pork ribs. So I'm gonna wash off the sauce. Being a chef and working as hard as I do, it pulls me away from my family a lot. And my wife and my daughter kind of make that sacrifice for me to be able to do the career that I love. So I want to buy a house. I want a yard for my daughter. A winning chop will get me that one step closer to giving them what they deserve.
I see Jason washes his ribs off. I'm like, that's a great idea. Get all of that nasty barbecue sauce. In the first round, we had beef, and now it's a pig. There's beef in the chili, too. Come on, it's like meat, meat, meat. You're killing me. The minute you see chocolate, thinking mole, but we can't make a decent mole in 30 minutes. So I'm making a pulled pork and French fry cake with some chocolate chili sauce. I think my mom has gone through pain because I'm a chef. You're a cook. You're a chef. I'm the black sheep of the family. I'm the only chef. I want to be the next job champion to make everybody in the family feel very proud.
When I see chocolate, I think mole. And then my brain immediately goes to the Midwest with the fries and chili. I'm going to make a twice roasted barbecue rib with a mock mole, chili cheese fry mash. Put the ribs into the oven. I put lemon juice over the French fries and puree them with my chili. Brian, my parents are Irish. They've never been to Ireland. To give this trip to my parents would mean everything to me. They took care of me, and so now I kind of think it's my turn.
So, judges, does this basket for you have a story in it?
A Cara story, actually.
I don't think it's bad.
But ribs with chocolate cake, pork and sugar are very compatible. So it's just the beginning of a barbecue sauce.
Very assertive flavor. It's a great idea.
Well, listen, when ribs are the latest thing in the basket,
You're in trouble.
we need a little relief. Citrus, maybe a salad element, like, something uncooked.
Absolutely.
And chefs, you got 15 minutes.
15 minutes are... These ingredients are very heavy, so I see these beautiful heirloom tomatoes, and I see these beautiful English cucumbers, and I want to do a salt and vinegar pickle, and I just want to simply give that acid on the plate. There's very, very little you can do with leftover French fries. There's really little potato left in the French fry. My first thought, make a French fry puree. I throw in some lemongrass, garlic and shallot, and coconut milk. And then I sort of build the mole with canola oil, garlic, heirloom tomatoes, onion, German chocolate cake, and we have the chili.
For my pulled pork and French fry cake, take a scoop and I portion them and I put them in the oil. The basket has a lot of heaviness, so I go for the asparagus. I'm just gonna do a little bit of lemon zest. We'll make it nice and light.
All right, chefs, 5 minutes on the clock. Gotta plate it up.
I just want some kind of green, healthy component. So I go to the pantry and find the frisee. And I want to cook the frisee a little so it's not just greens on a plate.
Something is burning. That is the smell of someone's hopes and dreams going up in flames.
The mole, it's heating too quickly. I taste my sauce. It's a little too sweet. So I think yogurt. Mirin and beer, anything acidic to try and break down the sweetness of that cake. 30 minutes. It feels like 9 minutes.
Little flames going up on Atul's station.
Realize my red wine is flambing, and I'm hoping nobody's getting burned, but it's a good thing because the alcohol's gone. It's gonna simmer a little bit. In the meantime, I see this cup of chili in front of me, which I haven't touched.
Shoot.
And I'm thinking, oh God, what do I do with the chili? And I just dump a spoon in the sauce. And you just puree the whole thing.
And chefs, 2-minute warning.
I really wanted to reinforce the mole idea, so I toasted some black sesame and tossed it with a little bit of Maldon sea salt and just sort of garnished the plate with it.
I take the ribs out of the oven. They actually look really good.
Chrissy's ribs are a little bit browned, maybe excessively, but I have to be honest with you, that's my favorite part. I love those burnt ends.
I do too, I really do.
The pork cakes are falling apart. It looks like hash. Hash is breakfast. I don't want to serve breakfast, but I've got to get the food on the plate.
Jason still has his ribs in the oven with a minute left.
And chefs, 1 minute remaining.
Down to the wire. I get my French fry puree on the plate.
30 seconds, chefs.
And the next thing you know is 30 seconds left and I'm rushing to get my ribs on the plate.
Check out that clock, chefs. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step back.
I looked down on the plate. My first thought, all my ingredients are on. And I look at Chrissy's plate. The ribs seemed exactly the way they came to us in the basket.
I look at Atul's plate, and I think he's taken the meat off the bones. He's executed that properly. And think, I should have taken the meat off the bones. It's nerve-wracking.
Zapping leftovers in the microwave, so not cool when you have the skills to do more. All three of you proved that with the entrees you made from leftover barbecued ribs, French fries, German chocolate cake, and chili. Chef Atul.
Today we have for you a pulled pork and French fry cake alongside grilled asparagus, and the sauce is from leftover German chocolate cake and chili with some red wine.
Now, you come from a family of very strict vegetarians, I understand.
Yes, I'm a hypocritical vegetarian, and I have to accept that because My passion was food.
Did you taste this?
I tasted it. But again, I had to make that decision at one point, what is tasting, what is eating. We actually do not bring even eggs at home.
Well, it's interesting that you don't even have eggs at the house because this, to me, it would be a perfect breakfast. And that's a compliment. I think it's delicious. It's like a hash almost.
But there's so much residual oil on this plate. I'm just looking at it.
I applaud you for taking the ribs off the bone. And yeah, this is a very delicious hash. But the chocolate sauce is, maybe it's just the chemicals in the frosting or something because it just coats the tongue in not a good way.
Thank you, Chef Atul. Next up, Chef Chrissy.
I made a roasted pork rib with mock mole and a chili cheese fry mash.
Looks a pretty plate.
Thank you.
And the ribs are great, but I don't know, I mean, what'd you do with them?
Roasted them in the convection oven so they weren't dry.
Okay. Oh, boy. What I'm really struggling with is this chili because I think it's very creative and very interesting, but I don't think I've ever had anything like it in my life, ever.
I think this chili cheese mash tastes and the texture are very similar to overcooked couscous. Frankly, it's not very good.
Okay.
I really like the ribs also. I ate them all, and I love the little frisee. It's some good flavors there.
Finally, Chef Jason.
Today, what we have is German chocolate mole braised pork ribs.
Strangely enough, the thing that I feared most, I'm liking the best about this dish, is the puree of French fries with coconut. And I think it was very good gut instinct to put vinegar and tomato and cucumber and pickle with this because this is extremely heavy. And I like the mole sauce, but these ribs, they're dry.
Yeah, I just tried to do the best I could with it.
Painfully dry. But the tomato pickle thing that's going on, it's dynamite delicious.
Thank you.
All right, so Chef Jason, are you going to the dessert round?
Yes, I'll see you there.
Excellent. Chefs, we are enjoying getting to know all of you better through your food, but we will soon have to say goodbye to somebody. Thank you.
It's like torture.
Yeah.
Self-inflicted, right? You signed up for this.
Yeah, I like abuse.
So I thought Jason really fell down with those ribs.
Yeah, I agree completely. Very dry.
But I thought that he did a good job in thinking about the puree with the French fries and coconut. Really, I mean, that was wild but delicious.
And that salad was the star for me on Jason's plate.
I liked Chrissy's ribs. They came out really great, and they weren't dry at all, and I really loved that she used frisee.
But Chrissy was not successful at all with that chili thing.
The texture, it was off-putting.
And the flavor was maybe more so.
As far as Atul's plate, I really like that he did this hash, but the sauce itself that he made from the German chocolate cake, unfortunately, just didn't come together.
Atul did the best job with the ribs. He's the only chef that transformed them. It was a little heavy, but his actual rib hash concoction, I thought was absolutely delicious.
I gotta disagree with you. I didn't really like Atul's dish. I found myself picking the way through it. It read very greasy to me, I'm sorry. It just permeated the whole dish, and once I had one bite, I didn't want to go and have any more. It just tasted the same.
Well, I'm afraid nobody gets a chance to fix the mistakes they made.
No, unfortunately, but I think we know what we have to do.
Okay.
I might have gotten the roughest critique with my pork being kind of dry. I definitely feel less positive than I did the first round. I just hope to see it to dessert.
I feel really good. I kept the pork moist, and Jason's was dry, so I think he's going to get chopped.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Chrissy, you've been chopped. Judges?
Chef Chrissy, the idea of the whole competition today was transformation of leftovers. And we felt that the ribs were just cooked and reheated. And we also felt that the French fry puree with the chili was unsuccessful. And for those reasons, we had to chop you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good luck, guys. Good luck.
All the best. All the best.
Good luck.
Good to see you.
So, of course, I'm upset. But being a teen mom and going through the struggles that I did, just being here is the accomplishment. It's better than $10,000.
Chefs, please open your baskets for the appetizer round. And you're looking at leftover matzo ball soup. leftover mac and cheese, fried onion blossom, and leftover submarine sandwich. Only 20 minutes on the clock. Time starts now.
Let's see what we got.
Leftover ingredients. It's crazy. We got matzo balls, we got doughy mac and cheese. It's terrible. How am I gonna transform these into something elegant? I look at the onions and I think I can make a takeoff of French onion soup with crispy mac and cheese. I want to use matzo balls to help bind my soup, but it's going to be really hard to make it soigné with leftovers.
Pull out this giant leftover sub sandwich. It looks so good, I'd rather just eating it like that. Most of the time when you're eating leftovers, unless you're gonna eat the sandwich cold out of the refrigerator, you're gonna make all your leftovers hot. So I decided to deconstruct the sandwich and basically reconstruct the sandwich as a open-faced, hot Italian hero sandwich. And I picked the meat off the sandwich, I put it in the saute pan to get it crispy.
I pull out mac and cheese. I'm thinking, holy hell. Can this get any worse? This is like something that a family member has brought over to our house that's been sitting in our fridge. Okay. We gotta break all this down. But I'm thinking I can use these ingredients and make a spin-off of a crab cake. You have things in here that can replace the crab meat. It's easy. So I'm gonna make a macaroni cake with the matzah. It's gonna add moisture to the macaroni. This is gonna be good.
Yeah, leftovers. I grew up in Portland, Oregon. If you don't recycle in Portland, people frown at you. So I'm digging the leftover theme. Ah, come on now. I'm thinking about making a white wine basil mac and cheese with bacon crumbled on top of it. Yeah, bacon. The submarine sandwich is just throwing me for a loop, so I'm ignoring it. This is crazy, man.
And our judges are Latin Indian fusion expert Chef Manit Chauhan, executive chef Amanda Freitag, and the esteemed chef owner of several New York bistros, Mark Murphy. Judges, I don't think of leftovers as a dirty word, and I love them. But the problem is these foods are already prepared. They're already complex.
I think all of us have opened the fridge. We've seen leftovers over there, and what do I do with this?
This is really a test of creativity.
The strategy is to think outside the box. So I'm gonna make this gummy pasta into croquettes. That's gonna be spectacular. I grab the eggs and flour and the breadcrumbs, and I start to form little mac and cheese balls. Growing up in the Bronx, I was getting into a lot of trouble, hanging out with the wrong people, doing the wrong things. But my dad put me back on track, and I got involved in vocational cooking school. Ever since, I've just been going full throttle.
The fried onion blossom is a cold, fried item. Maybe you can toast it up.
Why would anybody save an onion blossom? Leftover fried food is always soggy. There's nothing you really can do to make it taste anywhere near as good as it did. I figured I could crisp it up a little bit. So I put it with the macaroni and cheese. I got a pot pan with some butter in it, put the fritter into the butter and let it cook to get nice and crispy on one side. Growing up, me and my father have never really been that close. As far as I remember, he was at work the whole time. And right now I'm kind of like my dad was because I work a lot. So I need to win today so I can take my family on vacation.
Neely has taken the bread from the leftover sandwiches and she's putting it into the mixer.
I need some sort of binder for the cakes, so I get all the bread broken down, and then I add that to the matzo ball with all the different meats in the sandwich and the macaroni. I'm thinking, this looks like a cake I would make at the restaurant.
Well, I just think freshness has to come into play here. You gotta bring some greens.
So I grabbed some basil and some green onions to freshen up the mac and cheese and give it some new life.
Okay, chefs, you now have 5 minutes left on the clock.
I'm rushing against that clock. It tastes the soup, and it needs more depth to it. And there's a lot of spices that go into the salami, so I'm just gonna throw them in my soup.
He's pureeing the lunch meat.
I hear some sort of like commotion, and now I'm really worried, but no risk, no reward. All right. Woo! Probably would not have added deli meats to my soups any places I've worked, but I'm just trying to incorporate as much flavor in a short period of time, and I taste it, and I'm thinking, this is great.
I don't know what I'm doing with the sub sandwich. I'm just thinking I gotta get this sandwich on the plate. So I'd get it into a saute pan, at least I'll grill it off. The matzo ball is pretty bland and kind of like gooey. So I decided to fry that in some bacon fat and add some flavor to it.
Matzah is just an unleavened bread, and then you use the meal from that to make the matzo balls. It usually has chicken fat, maybe some egg or egg whites.
I'm gonna use the matzo ball soup to make the sauce for my sandwich. Add some cheese from the sandwich to make it a cheese sauce. I'm feeling like I'm doing a really good job of transforming the ingredients, but it's up to the judges to let me know.
After my mac and cheese balls come out of the fryer, I get my plates in the oven, get them hot. I'm about to be a new father, and I want to win shop for my daughter. The $10,000, it's just gonna help us get everything that we need to start our new family.
I want to make some sort of remoulade sauce to go with the macaroni cakes. I'm thinking I can use the sauce that comes with the onion blossom, but I know I need to lighten it up. So I add sour cream, and then I thought, well, why not add the basil from the sub into it to give it a little bit of a sweeter note.
It's getting down to the wire, so I put the sandwich next to it, the mac and cheese, top it with some sliced bacon, and I'm feeling pretty good.
And we're down to 1 minute, chef.
1 minute.
The clock is running down. I cracked open my mac and cheese balls, and I placed the cheese that was on the sub over the top because I want this effect of the crispy, macky, cheesy oozing out of it.
While I'm trying to do everything, I'm trying to think of the right way to put everything on the plate and to make it look the best.
And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Step back.
I look at my dish, and I am not happy. It's not soigné with soup splattered over the rim of the bowl.
I feel proud of my dish. You are in this competition. You are in it, and you want this bad.
Chefs, you've arrived at the chopping block. You've had leftover matzo ball soup, leftover mac and cheese, leftover fried onion blossom, and leftover submarine sandwich. Chef Jason.
So I've got a white wine basil mac and cheese with fried matzah and a grilled sandwich.
I actually really liked what you did with the matzah. It comes out almost like a polenta in a way.
And adding the basil to the mac and cheese was a great idea because it gave a nice amount of freshness to the dish. Also, you were able to integrate 3 of the ingredients very well, but the sandwich was one which you weren't able to transform.
You cook leftovers a lot?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's good to recycle stuff. Also, my vehicle runs on waste vegetable oil, and I want to spread that gospel of using veggie oil as fuel.
Oh, cool.
Chef Jason, thank you. Next up, Chef Gerald.
Today I made fried onion blossom soup and crispy mac and cheese.
When we saw you blending the salami, we were almost dreading tasting it, but actually it tastes good. This is exactly what we are looking for. It's transforming everything and putting it together as one complete dish.
Depth of flavor, definitely there. But personally, I just would prefer it to have been a little thinner.
And if you do go on to the next round, just make sure that the plates are clean and they are a lot tighter. So tell us, why are you here today?
My wife is pregnant and she's almost ready to give birth. And I'm here to win $10,000 to cover my wife's absence of work.
When is your baby due?
She is due end of the month.
Congratulations.
Chef Gerald, thank you. Next up, Chef Neely.
Today I made macaroni cake with a remoulade. I used the sauce that comes with the onion blossom. I added sour cream, and then I took the basil that was in the sandwich.
I enjoyed it. I think that you brought these flavors together and you very intelligently made them work. But it's a little bit small for an appetizer.
Well, I disagree with Mark. I mean, I think it's the perfect size for an appetizer because of its richness. I mean, it's made with cheese and matzah and ham. It's delicious and super creative.
Thank you.
Your thought process behind creating this dish was amazing, but it needs some acidity. It's a monotone. You know, I'm not getting some pops of different flavors in it. So what brings you here today?
I'm a small business owner, and it would be great to take the money and put it back into my business.
Thank you, Chef Neely. Finally, Chef Sean.
Today I prepared a hot, open-faced Italian hero with a mozza cheese sauce and a fried onion macaroni and cheese fritter.
And you're also in Vegas?
Yes, I'm the executive chef of the buffet at Aria, and I'm here to show that my background isn't in high volume at all. I'm actually a restaurant chef.
This was definitely interesting. The cheese sauce kind of makes a leftover sandwich become something a little more interesting. And you've got this macaroni and cheese and onion thing, nice and crispy. I thought that worked well, but it's a little large for an appetizer.
Literally a quarter of this would be perfect. And you need to bring freshness into here. Something to give you a break from the cheesy, fatty heaviness.
Chef Sean, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now the judges need a little time to make a decision. Thank you, chefs.
Leftovers. I was not expecting that at all.
You mean the matzo soup didn't do it for you?
I think the entree is going to be challenging.
I'm not digging leftovers. That was the last thing I expected to see in the basket or anything.
Threw me for a loop.
2 words I never thought I'd say in my life: salami soup.
I gotta hand it to Gerald for creativity. I mean, coming up with an onion leftover sandwich soup and a croquette of mac and cheese.
The flavors were nice, but it was so heavy.
And Neely took that basket and made it an easy basket by coming up with that cake.
But I really wish that she had added a salad, something tart, something acidic, which would have really made that dish. But she was the one person who actually took the dressing from the fried onion blossoms and made a sauce out of that. Sean's idea of adding the cheese sauce on the sandwich was a really nice idea.
The flavors really came through.
But his presentation was really messy, and the plate was huge. This was a buffet plate right there. I think Jason, his dish was really tasty. He brought some onions, he brought more basil. It was fresh.
But there was literally nothing done to the sandwich. He just took the sandwich and fried all 4 sides.
At least he had some textures and some other flavors.
Well, as always, it's got to be about taste, presentation, and creativity.
I think we know what to do.
Okay, then.
That round for me was tough. I would say the chances of getting chopped are the highest between myself and Sean.
I'm feeling confident. I will not let anyone stand in the way of the money, but then again, it's up to the judges and anyone's on the chopping block.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Sean, you've been chopped. Judges?
Chef Sean, we were looking for creativity. Taste you had, but we're kind of pushing you in the way of really transforming all of these ingredients. So those are some of the reasons why we had to chop you, but I just want to thank you for coming all this way to be here with us.
Thank you. I got completely blindsided by the leftover idea. I wanted to show that I could throw down as more than the buffet chef. And it's frustrating because obviously I didn't get the opportunity to do that.
Chef Natalie, Chef Jeff, please open your baskets. And you must use leftover vanilla milkshake, leftover refried beans,
I've never thought about beans for a dessert.
butter crackers, and kiwi. 30 minutes for the final round, starting now.
Oh my God. I have no idea what I'm gonna make. Refried beans, I tasted them and they just tasted like salt. So I decided to make a bean cream with the mascarpone, almond extract, and apricot jam. Hopefully that can make it creamy and sweet. My career is such a passion of mine and such a dream and something I've always strived for, and hopefully people can see that today.
I'm not just a little nervous, I'm extremely nervous making dessert. I saw the crackers and I knew I had to do some kind of crust with it. I want to bake the crust just like you would a graham cracker crust. So I add butter, which is, I'm hoping, going to help those crackers hold together. I want to win it so bad. I want to go back to my family and I want to bring that win home more than anything.
With the crackers, I'm putting it off on the side of my mind. I just keep moving and hopefully maybe it will place somewhere into the dish.
Kiwi contains an enzyme that breaks down proteins, particularly in dairy products. So if you combine those two things, that enzyme could just break that product down and liquefy it.
I'm not a big fan of kiwi. The mushiness of it, I don't enjoy. When I add the kiwi puree to the whipped cream, I notice that it loosens up immediately. And I'm thinking I must need more fat, so I go for the mascarpone. And I'm hoping that that fat is going to bring that right back.
I love kiwis. I love the texture, the seeds. I thought to elevate it, be best to freeze it. I love making granitas. They're so simple. It seemed to me like the easiest way to go.
I really get stuck on those refried beans, but I know I have to sweeten them up. Again, I will kind of want to keep that puree feel to it. See the currants, and I think that's going to be a nice chewy element. So I add currants and the melted milkshake.
When I see the vanilla milkshake, I'm really excited just because an easy sauce to make is a caramel. And you always add cream and butter at the end, and vanilla milkshake, a melted one, already has all those components, except it's way more flavorful.
I smell caramel. You smell caramel?
I do. That's such a great smell. All right, chefs, you are at the 15-minute mark.
I think I'm gonna make a caramel brittle. I get some sugar on because I know I need a crunchy element. I add a little bit of flour to it. I'm hoping that the flour is going to help it so that it's not tooth-breaking brittle. I like to think that being in a kitchen keeps me young. It's a very physical job. A lot of age is up here. Until your body breaks down, you just keep going with it. Working next to Natalie, I could see that she was very calculated. She wasn't wasting any moves.
Chef Jeff, it is hard to believe that he is 16 years older than me, but he definitely acts very young and moves faster than I do.
And chefs, we're now at the 5-minute mark.
Jeff is sweating the clock. I think he's still got a lot to do.
Yeah, and I don't think he's happy with his moves.
Because he keeps whipping it,
4 or 5 times.
I really wonder if Jeff may have been a victim of that kiwi enzyme, because he put a lot of kiwi in there.
The kiwi whipped cream, it's not holding together like I hoped it was going to. By this point, I'm too far in it. So I'm really trying my best to get that mousse to come back together for me. I can definitely get chopped if this mousse breaks again.
Other than the granita and caramel, I'm thinking, what am I doing and how is the dish going to come together? I decided to make a fruity salsa to plate on top of the refried beans. And orange goes really well with apricot, so I added orange zest with the macerated berries.
Looks like Jeff has succeeded in making a nice, crunchy brittle.
My brittle, I know I don't just want to put one big chip in it, so I start to chop it up real fine. Use that as a crunch. This whole round I'm working out from panic. Not super comfortable with desserts.
All right, chefs, you have only 60 seconds left.
When I started plating, it's becoming a dish that was more complex than I expected. But I know that it's going to taste delicious.
I'm pulling it all together now. It's a matter of layering everything together in the ramekin.
No looking back now, chefs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step back.
I'm looking down at my plate and I feel like I made pretty nice looking dishes.
I take a glance over at Natalie's desserts and it looks pretty tight. Not exactly sure about my dish, but I did the best I could with the ingredients I was dealt.
Natalie, Chef Jeff, we presented you with leftover vanilla milkshake, leftover refried beans, butter crackers, and kiwi. Chef Natalie, what'd you come up with?
I did a refried bean and mascarpone cream with a kiwi granita.
Where is the milkshake?
I made a caramel sauce, and instead of using butter and cream, I finished it with a vanilla milkshake.
I am so impressed by you. That was not an easy basket. I think you've done some really great stuff here, but the milkshake doesn't work from here. You haven't really worked it in. But the granite for me is so delicious because it's not over sweet, so it works really well together.
I don't really understand how in the world you made those refried beans taste that delicious. It tastes like creamy almond. It's awesome. I don't think the granita is as special, though.
I really like the granita. This is my favorite part of the dessert because it's fresh. And I'm not a lover of kiwi, and you transformed it into something that I like. I feel like there's one element missing, like maybe a churro or a sweet tortilla. I would love to be able to dip something into this.
And Chef Jeff.
What we have is a kiwi and mascarpone parfait and brittle on top.
I like the salty sweet thing going on. I like the crunch from the brittle that you made. It's really delicious.
I like the crust at the bottom. I love the brittle on top, and even the sesame seeds.
I think you're very creative, you're smart, you're a really good cook. But the mousse is split. You worked yourself out of it pretty well, but it's split still. And I like the fact that you're in a little bit of trouble, but you're so fast on your feet and you fix it fast. And the things that you are clear on is so delicious. This crumble is very, very nice. It might go all the way up to Harlem.
We're stealing some of his ideas.
That'd be a great honor. Thank you.
Thank you both.
Oh my God. You were more creative in some aspects than I was in execution, and then, vice versa.
This was close. So close.
So, judges, what would you say is the takeaway message from our leftover extravaganza today?
That anything can be transformed. Any leftover can be elevated into an elegant dish.
We had a good dessert round.
Very close going into the dessert round. Natalie's refried bean mousse really wowed me, but she gave us separate kind of disparate elements that didn't necessarily come together.
But she made it playful. Same thing with Jeff's mousse. It was fun and it was delicious.
It has so much texture, which I find fun, personally.
But his mousse was broken. On Natalie's first course, her frisée was overdressed, and the prune sauce was a bit misplaced. And in Natalie's entree, we all agree that her escarole was oily. But I think what Natalie did was wowed us with her simplicity. That stroganoff and that rice, that worked together.
Chef Jeff's dishes, they're playful, they're fun to eat.
2 words, liquid pizza. It was really, really great. Jeff had errors, but his concepts had a lot of synergy.
Yeah.
I loved Jeff's pot roast, too. I mean, tempura pot roast, come on. I mean, really? And I thought that was fantastic, to elevate the leftovers. They did it.
Okay, have you decided which chef fell the tiniest bit short?
It's tough, but we have it.
I think we have, yeah.
All right.
I want to win it so bad, so bad. I definitely need to take my wife to Ireland. I got to make good on it.
I'm very proud of the way my plates looked today. And winning would just be incredible.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Jeff, you've been chopped. Judges?
Jeff, this was a rough one. We loved your food. The technical flaws were really the only reason why we had to chop you. We were literally splitting hairs to make this decision today.
Had a great time. Thank you. Thank you. I gave it everything I had today and just came up a little bit short. Just to lose by that much, man, it's hard. It's hard. When my kids lose, I tell them to get back on the horse, and so I'm gonna do the same.
Open up your final baskets.
Oh, man.
And what do we have? Leftover ice cream, a thinned out bunch of Concord grapes,
Concord grapes are such beautiful, fragrant grapes.
a cold pot of coffee, and a lemon chess pie with 2 measly pieces remaining.
Strong citrus and strong coffee is a tough combination to harmonize.
30-minute final round starts right now.
This basket really speaks to true, honest American leftovers to me. And a basket of half-eaten grapes, a classic fridge leftover.
Yes. And the ice cream. It's a vanilla ice cream with pieces of cherry and pieces of chocolate inside of it. I think I would strengthen it out and then kind of create a mousseline with the filling of the lemon pie.
I think that'd be great.
Even though the leftover ice cream is my least favorite ingredient, my kids would stick a straw in that cup and just drink it as is. I'm going to strain it off. And then I combine that with the lemon custard and make almost a curd out of that. And this coffee and grape sauce to go with it. And I think sponge cake. To make my sponge cake, I whip egg whites with a little bit of sugar, and then once they hit that stiff peak, I start drizzling in some of that old coffee, and then as soon as that is set, I dust in just a little bit of flour to set the base and right into the oven.
Who does not have leftover coffee like that sitting in their kitchen?
This always reminds me of my father. My father would always have leftover coffee. He would sweeten it, and he would use that sweetened coffee over the top of pancakes with butter.
That's smart.
The fat and sugar that's in an ice cream base, it's gonna melt out to that big over-roasted, bitter coffee. Start working on my ice cream. I first separate all my egg yolks so that I can get those mixed in with my sugar and then temper them into my cream. I'm making coffee ice cream, a lemon guajillo custard, and a Madeira cherry anglaise. So I'm finishing my custard. I've got everything tempered in. I pour in a little coffee, I taste it, put a splash more. Right behind, right behind. And then I'm off to the ice cream machine.
And chefs, less than 20 minutes remaining.
I really love the flavor of roasted grapes. I add a little touch of salt so they release all their flavors. I need to balance the acidity of the sauce. So I deglaze with just a little bit of sherry vinegar and then bring the coffee in and let that cook a little farther. And then I mix the cherry and lemon with the mascarpone, fold them together, and I get a nice set curd that I can use for the plate.
I want to offset the overly sweet filling for the lemon pie, so I toast some guajillo seeds because they add a nice smoky flavor.
Chefs, you have less than 10 minutes to go here.
I just want to use the anglaise. A bit of my melted cherry ice cream. It's got a nice cherry flavor, but it's very one note. So I grab some Madeira. It's fortified wine. It has a nice roasted nut flavor and aroma to it. Coming through behind. So I know this is going to work really well with my sauce. And then I just finish it with a splash of coffee.
Chefs, you have 5 minutes to get it done.
The clock is running down. So I look into the oven to check on my sponge cake. It's not completely cooked. The sponge cake is really important. It's the core of the dish. I have coffee and a couple different elements, but if this doesn't come out, I just have a couple sauces on a plate, and that's not gonna work. My sponge cake, it's not completely cooked. For one quick moment, it did run through my head that I would have to maybe not put the sponge cake on the plate, but that's not gonna happen. Not today. I'm gonna make it work. So I throw it in the blast chiller to get it as cold as possible, and hopefully set that cake.
Did Evan put his cake in the blast chiller?
Yes, but I'd be a little nervous that it's going to get too much moisture on it.
But you want it cold, like lesser of two evils.
These grapes are very sweet because they're a little bit past ripe. If I can dip those in tempura batter and get them crispy, I'm going to encase all of that sweet nectar that's inside. At this point, I feel really confident in all the components of my dish, and I've exhibited some fun and interesting techniques.
1 minute to go, chefs.
Come on, guys.
Come on, finish, finish.
Finally, I take the cake out, roll it, and I hope that it's going to be set up.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step back.
Guys. Nice job.
I look down at my dish, and it's pretty sexy. I'm happy with all the flavors. I'm happy that I have some nice textures.
So many times the savory chefs can't cross over into the sweet world. And I want the judges to see that I'm not a one-trick pony.
Chef Evan, Chef Rich, you took on a lofty challenge in this competition, leftovers in every basket, and this third basket might just be the most difficult of the three. A cold pot of coffee, leftover ice cream, a thinned out bunch of Concord grapes, and 2 pieces of lemon chess pie. Chef Evan, what'd you make?
I made a coffee sponge cake, a cherry and lemon curd, finished with whipped mascarpone, and a roasted grape and coffee sauce.
There's some good stuff here. I like the mascarpone combination with the lemon curd from the pie.
The acidity in the mousse is great, but the sponge cake, it's wet. It's not done right.
It was a huge risk. I knew that if a sponge doesn't properly cool, the liquid can drop during the cooking process.
Yeah.
I don't mind that it's underbaked. I kind of like it. Tastes like when you dunk cake in coffee. I love the coffee taste. I love the grapes. I love this dessert. That's it.
Thank you, Chef Evan. Finally, Chef Rich, what have you made for us?
So I have a lemon guajillo custard with tempura grapes. I made a coffee ice cream, a cherry Madeira coffee sauce, and then I've got a little toasted pistachios with cayenne.
I think this is delicious. I like your dessert.
Thank you.
I love the lemon. I love the tempura grapes. I don't think anybody has ever tempuraed any fruit and given it to us. All the time I've been sitting here a long time.
So I made history.
I think you made something really creative and really unique.
I totally agree. However, there wasn't enough coffee flavor inside the ice cream. Maybe fortify your coffee flavor with some kind of either instant coffee or cocoa nibs.
Understood.
I completely agree. However, you made some delicious stuff.
Good.
All right. Very soon, the judges will have a decision about a champ. Thank you, chefs.
Leftovers all day, but leftover desserts. How'd you feel?
I think it's hard because a lot of times you go to the refrigerator and the freezer, you literally just pile everything on top of each other and eat it, but to have to really transform it into a cohesive dish and, knowing that you're battling good technique just makes it that much more difficult. However this goes, man, it's great cooking with you, so good luck.
Enjoyed it, man.
Absolutely.
These chefs really were super creative. They cooked from the heart. I think in Evan's first course, he definitely created a lot of flavor. There were some really good textures also that he created from the chicken parm to create that tomato sauce.
Right, he went in there in the salad, picked the kale, fried it. It was nice. It gave good crunch texture.
I loved how Evan so deftly handled the brown avocado in the first course. But the noodles were an unimpressive use of those really great leftovers.
But neither was I impressed with Rich's noodles in his course. But then he created a little kind of salad on top with the jalapenos, which I think was really good.
But with the avocado, he just sliced it and put it on. If anything needed some transformation, it was the brown piece of the avocado, right?
I liked Rich's steak in the main course. It was cooked evenly, it was charred. I mean, Rich really brought a leftover back to life in that way.
There were 3 different spices in that main course dish. I felt like it was just too much.
And P.S., Queen Frenchie over here. I'm so happy Evan made a beef Wellington. It's like classic.
To have the guts to do that, $10,000 on the line, I applaud him for that.
But the sauce really needed some body.
Right.
Yes, I think that the added layer of leftovers created another layer of judgment.
Okay, can you settle on our winner?
We're ready.
The feeling that I'm about an inch away from possibly winning $10,000 it's incredible, but a lightly undercooked sponge cake. It's definitely a huge risk, but no risk, no reward.
Oh my God, I want to win so bad right now. I don't know how I'm going to get on the plane tomorrow if I don't have $10,000 in my back pocket.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block. Chef Rich, you've been chopped. Judges?
Rich, we, the judges, really enjoyed your meals. We just found that for your first course, we loved the broth, but the avocado was just sliced and put on top. It wasn't really manipulated in any way. In the dessert round, we loved the tempura grapes, but the coffee flavor in the ice cream just wasn't strong enough. And so we had to chop you.
Thank you, chefs. It's a pleasure.
Congratulations.
Losing, ooh, that's a tough pill to swallow for sure. But I think I represented my restaurant very well, so I'm very proud of that.